How are you all doing today? Let's get right into our new summary and review for class 3. So I know that this class there was a lot going on, and when I was planning on it, I was thinking, man, yeah, I know it's gonna be more challenging, but I figured, you know what, let's give it a shot. Looking back, I think maybe I should have broken it up, split it up between more than one class, but that's a lesson learned. So here is kind of one of the big things that we learned in this class was the difference between how words can change form and pronunciation depending on whether it refers to the subject of the sentence or the object of the sentence. This very thing happens in English at times. We just don't realize it as native speakers because it's just so natural to us. But one example in English is I versus me. I and me refer to the same person. It's a first person singular pronoun. But I refers to the subject of the sentence. Me refers to the object of the sentence, which in Numu is n for I, and it is e for me. So let's put these in sentences in English first, just again to better understand what's going on. I see the wolf. I is the subject of the sentence or of this verb because I am the one who sees. I am the one doing the action of seeing. So the subject is always the one who is doing the action of the verb in the sentence. Okay. Now we do not say the wolf sees I, right? The wolf sees I. That sounds odd. Instead, the word for I changes form or pronunciation when it refers to the object of the sentence. So the grammatically correct way is to say the wolf sees me. The wolf sees me. Now in Numu, this is how you'd say those two sentences. Ne ka isha bunni. Ne ka isha bunni. I see the wolf. Ne, again, is the subject of the sentence, the one who is seeing the wolf. So it is ne, that's the form you use. Whereas, if it's the other way around, if you want to say su isha ibunni, the wolf sees me, notice you don't say the wolf ne bunni. No, it is su isha ibunni. E is the object form me. Okay. Now we also learned that the article the can also change form depending on if it refers to the subject or the object of the verb or of the sentence. So in Numu, it is su when it refers to the subject, and it is ka when it refers to the object. So we just saw these two words in the previous two sentences. Su isha ibunni. The wolf sees me. Su tells you it's the object of the verb. It is the subject. Su isha. The wolf sees. The wolf is the one who is doing the action of seeing, so it is su. Whereas ne ka isha bunni. I see the wolf. In that case, it is ka, because ka is telling you who the object of the verb is. I see, what do I see? The wolf. So the wolf is the object of the verb, therefore it takes this article ka, which I have here. Now we also learned some other words that can change form depending on subject or object is this or that. Okay, so in Numu, this, subject form, ishu. Object form, ikya. That, when it is a short distance away, not a long distance away, short distance away, subject, masu. Object, maka. Another word for that, long distance away, subject form, usu. Object form, uka. Notice, the subject form always uses that su prefix. Just like the article su, by itself, su as the article meaning the is the subject of the sentence. So also here, this prefix su refers to the subject of the sentence, whereas ka, ka always refers to the object of the sentence. Again, just like the word the, ka by itself was the object, so also this suffix ka indicates the object of the sentence. So let's see these also in sentences. Ishu isha ibuni. Ishu isha ibuni. This wolf sees me. Ishu is a subject of the sentence. Whereas if you say ne ikya ishabuni, ne ikya ishabuni, I see this wolf. Ikya refers to the same wolf. Ishu and ikya refer to the same wolf, but they change form depending on if it's the subject or the object of the verb. In this case, I see this wolf. It is ikya because wolf is the object of the verb. Next, masu isha ibuni. Masu isha ibuni. That wolf sees me. That wolf, short distance away. Masu is the subject of the verb because it is that wolf who sees me. So it is a subject. But if I see the wolf, it has become ne maka ishabuni. Ne maka ishabuni. I see that wolf. That, again, referring to the same wolf, but it changes form because it is now the object of the verb. And lastly, usu isha ibuni. Usu isha ibuni. That wolf sees me long distance away. Usu, subject of the verb, long distance away. That wolf sees me. But if it's I who see the wolf, ne uka ishabuni. Ne uka ishabuni. I see that wolf long distance away. Again, referring to the same wolf, but it is a long distance away. Okay? I'm moving fast here. Again, this is a review. Finally, we also learned who can change form depending on if it's the subject or the object of the verb. Haga, haga, subject. Haka, haka, object. Notice the difference in spelling and pronunciation, okay? But I challenge you to focus more on listening and hearing the difference, not so much on your notes, okay? So throughout the class, I asked these two questions, haga ubuni and haka ubuni. One begins with the subject form, haga. One begins with the object form, haka. What do these questions mean? First, haga ubuni, the one on top. Haga ubuni. Who sees you? Because again, haga with that G is a subject form. So it is who sees you. Whereas haka ubuni, this bottom one, haka ubuni, means who do you see? Or whom do you see? Haka ubuni. So again, in just these it's just these first two words that change the meaning of these sentences. And again, the challenge is to listen closely to hear which word is being used. And I also challenge you not to look at your notes. Just listen and recognize the difference so that when I remove the English translations, you will simply know what they mean and how to answer. Haga ubuni, haka ubuni. What's the difference? So the answer to these questions are everything that we just reviewed in the first part of this video. Haka ubuni, haka ubuni. The answer, you would say ne ka blank buni. Ne ka blank buni. I see the blank. And notice also when it's haka with that K sound, ka, your answer will be the form of the word that has ka in it. Ka. I see the. Or if you want to say, I see this or that, haka ubuni, you say ne ika blank buni. I see this blank. Ne maka blank buni. I see that blank. Short distance away. Or ne uka blank buni. I see that long distance away. Again, it uses the ka ending because haka has that ka sound. Versus haga ubuni. Haga ubuni. Your answer will no longer be the ka, it will be the su. Su blank ibuni. Su blank ibuni. The blank sees me. Or ishu blank ibuni. Ishu blank, this blank sees me. I forgot to have masu. There's also should be masu blank ibuni. That blank sees me, short distance away. And finally, usu blank ibuni. Usu blank, that blank sees me, long distance away. So again, in class, whenever I asked haga ubuni, recognizing that difference, haga ubuni, who sees you, your answer was always the person whose eyes are open, because they are the ones who can see you. So haga ubuni, your answer in this case was su, right? Sunati ibuni, sunati ibuni, the boy sees me. Whereas if I asked haka ubuni, hear that difference? Haka. Haka is the object form, so it is whom do you see? Who do you see? Your answer was always the one whose eyes are closed or covered or looking away. So you would say ne, right? Ne katsua abuni. Ne katsua abuni. Now, if you wanted to answer using the word for this, I see this sees me. Here's how it would, the question answer would proceed. First, haga ubuni. Haga ubuni. Your answer? Ishu suadama ibuni. Ishu suadama ibuni. This young woman sees me. Versus haka ubuni. Haka ubuni. Your answer? Ne ikyagira buni. Ne ikyagira buni. Next, that, short distance away. Haga ubuni. Haga ubuni. Answer? Masuruibitsi ibuni. Masuruibitsi ibuni. That young man sees me. Versus haka ubuni. Haka ubuni. Answer? Ne makagamu buni. Ne makagamu buni. I see that jackrabbit. And lastly, that long distance away. Haka ubuni. Haka ubuni. Hear the difference. What am I asking? Haka ubuni. Your answer. Ne ukaiza abuni. Ne ukaiza abuni. Because the coyote is looking away. He doesn't see you, but you see him. So, ne ukaiza abuni. I see that coyote. Versus haga ubuni. Haga ubuni. Answer. Ushuaitsi ibuni. Ushuaitsi ibuni. That old man sees me. Now, if I split up these images, put them in different locations, make it a little bit more challenging in the class. Again, question and answer. Haga ubuni. Haga ubuni. Which is the correct answer. Ishu morotni ibuni. Ishu morotni ibuni. This woman sees me. Versus haka ubuni. Haka ubuni. Answer. Ne makabugu bunni. Ne makabugu bunni. Again, changing it up a little bit. One more time. Haka ubuni. Haka ubuni. Answer. Ne ukananabuni. Ne ukananabuni. That man's eyes are closed. He can't see you, so you see him. Ne ukananabuni. Versus haga ubuni. Haga ubuni. Answer. Masurogwa ibuni. Masurogwa ibuni. That rattlesnake sees me. All right, I hope you all are beginning to catch on and hearing the difference in understanding. I know it's a lot, but it just takes constant practice and repetition. So until our next class, mubunirwa.